Okay, so we have multiplying and dividing by tens. So when you multiply, the first thing you want to do is hide the zeros. Then you want to multiply without the zeros. Then you want to count how many zeros are in your problem, and then add them into your answer. Now, when we're dividing by tens, we have to take away zeros or make matches. So let's put these two things into action here. Okay, so if I had, where's my pen? There we go. Okay. If I had, oh, we got yellow today. Let me change that color for a second. Okay. Okay. Sorry. If I had 90 times 800, the first thing I would do is I would hide the zeros. So I'm going to pretend they're not there. And I'm going to do 9 times 8, which is 72. Then I'm going to count how many zeros are actually in my problem. So there's 1 here, and there's 2 here. So that's 3. So that means I need to have 3 zeros in my answer. If I'm multiplying and I have a number that has an answer with a 0, I can't count that as part of my problem. So for example, I'm going to pretend that these 4 zeros aren't here. So I'm going to do 6 times 5, which is 30. And I need to have 4 zeros. But this 0 doesn't count in those 4 because you got rid of 6 and 5 and made 30. So we really need to have 5 zeros in my answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So again, multiply without the zeros. So 8 times, hide the zeros. Multiply. Put the 0, count my zeros. 2, 2, which makes 4. And that's how many should be on my answer. Okay, when I'm dividing with zeros, I have to take zeros away because my number needs to get smaller. So we're going to kind of follow the same process. So if I had 8,400 divided by I'm going to go with 70. So the first thing I need to do is pretend that the zeros aren't there. So now I'm just doing 84 divided by 7, or 7 divided by 84, depending on how I write it. And that's just a fact, so that's 12. So I have 12 down here. And now what I'm going to do is I need to make matching pairs. I need to get rid of zeros. I have to match on either side. So I have a 0 here and a 0 here. And then whatever I have left over goes on to my answer. And we'll do another one. So I can't just make matches because they're zeros. I have to have like an even amount. So again, like think of that game like Memory when you had to have a match. Or any kind of game that you play. You can't just take all of the things. You have to match them up. So if I had 56,000 divided by 700. Again, I'm going to pretend that the zeros aren't there, so I'm doing 56 divided by 7, which would be 8. And then I'm just going to cross out a 0 here, a 0 here, a 0 here, a 0 here. And then this is left, and it goes on my answer. So 56,000 divided by 700 is 80. And we'll just do it one more time, just so we make sure we got it. Okay. So we did 800 divided by 100. We would say that we would hide the zeros. So we're going to do 8 divided by 1, which equals 8. And then I'm going to make my matching pairs. And I have no zeros left, so my answer is just 8. And that's how you multiply and divide by zeros.